name's Marissa, and this is another episode of Slabtown Slubs. I'm coming at you from Portland, Oregon, where I live with my husband and 3 little boys, our dog, and our cat. This is a knitting podcast, video thing, and it's been a while since Halloween. A couple days before Halloween, and now it's almost Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving if you are in the United States. I think I'm using my phone again, so hopefully it doesn't mess up too much. I was thinking maybe I can do like 5-minute segments and paste them all together on my computer, and then the sound will not be messed up, at least not for too long. So I'm going to try that today, because getting out my whole camera and tripod and all that stuff is kind of a lot of work. And I can't like show you things close up because it doesn't autofocus when I do that. So we're going to try this again and just try a little different way of doing it. So we had another wave of illness run through the house over the last week and a half. The only person who was not scathed was my oldest, who will be 12 on Thanksgiving. His birthday is the 23rd. He was born the day before Thanksgiving. You know, that's how it fell that year, and I think this is the 2nd or 3rd time his birthday has been on the actual day. So we're trying to figure out how to do it, because we usually let them pick out where they want to go to eat for dinner and pick out a cake and blah blah blah, and he luckily asked for a pumpkin cake, so that'll be easy to kind of fit in with the Thanksgiving feast. And then the day before, we're going to go out to our favorite izakaya Japanese restaurant. So, and unfortunately they're closing, which makes us all really sad, but you know, they say they have other ventures on the horizon, so we'll see what happens in the coming months / years. Hopefully it's awesome, as awesome as their current stuff. So we have a little bit of light left. It's almost 4 p.m. and the sun will be setting in probably half an hour. So we'll see how much light we can get out of this day. It's cloudy, so it's kind of like a diffused light. Hopefully it won't get too dark on us while I'm filming this. We'll see what happens. Alright, so anyway, enough blah blah blah. Let's get to the knitting. So we'll start with the FOs, the finished objects, which I did not bring in here, so I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back, and I have my finished objects. I can't believe I left them. They're just all over the house, wherever, you know. So, one that I've been working on a lot that you guys have definitely seen the progress on is the Sophisticate cardigan that I made for my oldest boy. Like I said earlier, he's going to be 12 this week, and he changed his favorite color to purple a few months ago, so we dyed this purple yarn, and it is kind of a darker tonal purple. Is this gonna focus? I don't know. Anyway, it's a darker tonal purple with a speckled purple, and then he wanted all the trim ends to be white or natural, so that's not dyed. And I got some buttons from a seller on Etsy. She is in Oregon, so they got to me super fast. And it's a little bit long on him, but he's 12. He's going to be growing a lot in the next few years, so hopefully this will fit longer than 6 months. And he loves it. He loves snuggling up in it because it's nice and warm, and it'll be a nice layer for when it starts getting real cold outside, which will be any day now because it's November now. You know, I was looking on like Time Hop or something, and we had like frost and near snow at this time of year in the past, so seems like any day we could have some very cold weather. It's been getting into the 30s overnight and usually in the 40s and 50s during the daytime, so whew, take a breath, girl. Yeah, so that'll be a nice layering piece to put underneath his big old coat. Next finished object is the prim hat. I made this for my niece for Christmas. And this was a fun pattern. I generally suck at cabling, and this turned out really nicely. Not really sure. I'm looking at it on camera. It looks like some weird extra long thing here. I don't know. I think that might have been a mistake, but the rest of it is pretty good. In here somewhere I had a cable going the wrong way, and I was able to drop stitches down and fix it and make it go the right way, and it was awesome. So I'm pretty proud of myself. And it has this broken stockinette on the back, you know, every other part besides the panel with the cabling. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. I blocked it on a balloon and so the bottom seems like it's flaring out kind of wide, but I put it on my head earlier and it fit pretty good, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I figure we gotta have similar size heads, right? We're related. I don't know. Yeah, and then I don't have them because I already sent them to her and she has them in her possession, but I also made for my niece some Badlands mitts, and I forgot who the pattern is by. Catherine Falker, I think. I will definitely put it on the screen, and I will also put up a picture of the mitts. I posted them on Instagram, so if you follow me there, you have seen them already. Speaking of Instagram, let me insert here in between sections because that's all my finished objects. Speaking of Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at slabtown slubs, and also on Ravelry at slabtown slubs. There is no Ravelry group because not that many people watch, and I don't really like the groups on Ravelry. If anybody would like me to make one, I definitely will. I'm going to start a new segment because it seems like maybe the audio is off, so be back in a second. Hi, I'm back. I'm not sure if the audio was messing up or not. I think that there's just a weird thing going on where it seems like it might be messing up. I'm not really sure. But anyway, oh, I'm not done with FOs because I did a little bit more embroidery. So this is also, I put all this stuff on Instagram already. So, yeah, so here is an embroidery I did. It was reading backwards on the screen, but I don't know if it is truly going to be backwards or not, and I apologize if it is. It says, have a happy. And as you know, I say that at the end of the videos because it's something that my dad would always say when kind of, you know, getting off the phone or leaving the house or whatever. He just would say, have a happy. So I made this for my mom. And I think I'm going to make one for me too. So this is a pattern, the wreath is a pattern by Namaste Embroidery, and I just did the lettering myself in my crappy cursive and a little happy face. So this is going to my mom for Christmas, and I had it up on my fireplace mantle, and she almost saw it when she was walking in one day, and I had to run and pull it down so she wouldn't see it, so it could stay a surprise. And then I have one more that I made for my sister and family, because all of them have the same last name. Last name is Kennedy, starts with a K. And I did this one without a pattern. I just kind of printed up a giant block letter and traced it, and then filled it in with a bunch of stuff. The inspiration came from an embroidery Instagram, and I don't remember the name, but I will put it at the bottom of the screen so that you can go look at her stuff, which is totally awesome. And she sells stuff, you know, if you don't want to embroider. She sells custom hoops. So I pulled my inspiration from her, and came out awesome. Does this thing work like makeup YouTube? You know how they do the focus? I don't even know if my phone does focusing. I can't tell. Anyway, you get the point. So I think I'm gonna do a few more embroideries for Christmas, because they are a lot quicker than knitting something, and they are very pretty. My other niece and her boyfriend just bought a house, so I think I'm gonna make a home sweet home one for them, and maybe some more last name initials for my sister-in-law / family, because they just got married, so now they have the same last initial, which is H. And yeah, so I have a few ideas for those. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do many more knits. You will see in my works in progress that I'm a busy Christmas knitting lady. So let's get on to works in progress. I'll move these over to my other side. So my first one, I'm going to show you my Anya socks, which are for me. They're not a gift. But I finally got the heels in. I don't really know how to show these properly. Yep. They're socks. So here, I don't know if I put my hand in there. Got the heels in. Ta-da! And it's a slip stitch heel. And I think I have finished with the decreases on the gusset. Although it doesn't look like any of the ones I'm seeing in the project pages, so I don't know if I did this right. I keep looking back at the instructions and trying to figure out, because the other ones have like this little garter rib, or not rib, but this little garter strip. It kind of splits and goes on either side, but mine doesn't have that. So maybe it's because I have the smallest one and it just may be too little to do that. I don't really know, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. And they are nice and tight, just how I wanted them. And yeah, the color is cool, clover color, Patton's Croix. And I think that maybe once I get a lot of my Christmas knitting done, I can just finish off the foot on these, and maybe they'll be my Christmas socks. Because they're kind of Christmassy colors, I don't know, maybe a little bit. Yeah, but that's slow going. Whatever. I feel like we're losing light pretty quick here. So I'll try to hurry up. Alright, this is is a Glacier Park cowl by Caitlin Hunter of Boyland Knits. You can't really see what's going on here because I picked a patterning sock yarn to go with my gray solid, and it just is not, it's not showing. There's like arrows and they're not showing. They start down here and kind of just go down and they point at each end, so you knit, you know, for a few inches and then do the second points after that. Anyway, this is my first colorwork project. I'm thinking about putting it into the 10,000 Stitches podcast Cal. It's the theme is try something new, which, hello, colorwork, I've never done it before and it's going okay. And the color is gray. So it's kind of a coincidence that this worked out, but I did cast on within the dates, not a work in progress. So, which was like, I think the start date was like the 1st, and I didn't start this until like last week or two. So, 1st of November. And so this was definitely after the 1st of November. Anyway, it's very tedious, and I am taking a little break from it, and I'm just doing a bunch. This is for my sister. I was gonna do this for her Christmas gift, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to get this done by Christmas because it's like super intense for me. So, this can be just some random other anytime gift, because my brain needs a break. It really does. That's kind of why I knit, I guess. And, oh, and my little fringe bag, I got my Shelly Can, I Feel Like Knit pin, and then I got my Starlight Knitting Society Starla pin. I need to get one of their enamel pins because they're super cute. Anyway, yeah. Oh, my fringe bag. What's next? Alright. So I'm doing a basic beanie. The pattern is by Patterns. And, so I have about a little over 3 inches of ribbing, and it calls for 4 inches of ribbing, so I'm almost done with the ribbing section. And then it's just stockinette after that, and then decreases, super easy. This is a hat for my brother-in-law. Very stretchy. Very straightforward, very easy. I can totally watch TV and pay attention while I'm doing this because I'm trying to catch up on Doctor Who. I haven't watched the whole last season because I just haven't. We don't have cable or anything, so I downloaded them. I thought they'd be available on Amazon by now because I think the season's over, but they're not. They're not going to be available until April. So I wanted to get caught up for the Christmas episode so I can watch Who and knit this little hat for my brother-in-law. It is made with sheep's Invecta color. And my cat chewed it up, believe it or not. What's what my cat did to this? Isn't that crazy? She attacked the full ball of yarn and got the band off, and luckily the yarn was pretty much fine, so I don't know. But yeah, that's a nice easy knit. I'm gonna make the same hat for my nephew in a different color. I think I showed you guys those balls of yarn when I got them. And I think I was planning to do socks, but I'm not going to do socks. I'm just doing easy stuff because I'm starting to get overwhelmed already, and I'm not even that far into my projects. So, yeah. Okay, next, this is called Pop Twizzle. I totally wrote it down wrong. I forgot what it was called. Pop Twizzle by Knit Graffiti / Leslie Ann Robinson. Isn't that cool? That is for my sister. See, brioche I can handle because you're just doing one color at a time. So she's getting this for Christmas, and it's going super quick. It's half the pattern. The pattern, I think, is like 60 inches around, but I'm only doing half the stitches. So it'll just be, you know, just a one, no twisties cowl. I got my little French toasty on that. And it's made from Cascade 220 worsted weight yarn, 100% Highland wool. I feel a little bit bad because the sheep's wool is 100% virgin wool. This is a virgin wool. And the other hat, the prim hat, is also virgin wool. So nothing is machine washable that I'm sending to my sister's family, but they're all grown-ass adults, so hopefully they can take care of them. Luckily, they're pieces that hopefully won't need much in the way of washing and flat drying and whatever. So anyway, it's a really fun pattern, the Pop Twizzle. Is that what it's called? Pop Twizzle. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's coming together pretty quickly. And I love brioche. So yay. And it looks really pretty. And it's kind of like satisfying. I think if I had done the color work and some actual contrasting colors on that Glacier Park cowl, I might be having more fun with it because it would be more apparent what the pattern is. But it's just so hard to see it in the colors I picked, and that's my fault. That's not the pattern's fault. So I'm going to finish that one whenever, and then maybe try again with some contrasting colors. Okay, and my final work in progress in my little Danica bag is the Rebel 2 shawl, also by Knit Graffiti, Leslie Ann Robinson. Saying that, I think that's her name. Knit Graffiti. Anyway, this is made with some Knit Picks Hawthorne tonal, kettle dye, and Goddess is the purple. Golly, can't really see it, can you? And then the reverse is a yarn that I got in the Fibershare exchange, and it's Trippin' with Dixie, called Nameless 2, and it's this awesome bright rainbowy thing, and I'm trying on the edges to not do too tight, but it's pretty tight, so I don't know. But anyway, it's hard to see, but the little increase decrease little ball thingies, they're totally the rebel symbol, which from Star Wars, which is totally awesome. I'm doing this for the Leia cowl in the Knit Graffiti group. I have been meaning to do this shawl since I saw it this summer. I thought it was like this beautiful kind of Art Deco thingy. And, oh, and then I got this yarn in the Fibershare. Excuse me. And, I was like, that would be perfect for some brioche. And then I finally found the right contrast. Because, I think I had showed you guys last time, maybe the time before. No, it was last time. The yarn that I got at Knit Pearl in the yarn store here in Portland. And it was cast iron by Brooklyn Tweed, and it just didn't really match the colorful. it didn't go. So I went and picked something else. I'm going to take a sip really quick. Excuse me. So yeah, I went on the internet and looked for other options. I'm gonna do a little switcheroo. Hi, and so I finally found this purple, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful purple. I wonder if I can make it. Not really. Anyway, it's really pretty. I wish we had more light, but it's going away very quickly. Yeah, so Rebel 2 shawl by Knit Graffiti. Really cool pattern, really fun knit. And I do enjoy fingering weight brioche a little more than I like the worsted, but worsted comes together a lot quicker, so I like that too, especially for gifts. Okay. So, alright, so I got, I got a knit picks order, and I got the dark purple that I had used for that, and it's called Goddess. And that's Hawthorne fingering kettle dye. And these are also 2 Hawthorne fingering kettle dye colors, also from Knit Picks. And I'm going to use these to make a Mayo shawl, also by Knit Graffiti, also brioche, also freaking beautiful. And I wanted to cast on the day it came out on the 1st of November, but I didn't have enough yarn because it needs 2 skeins of each color, and I only have a bunch of single skeins. So I found these, and they're so pretty, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to cast this on. If there was no Rebel cowl, I would have this on the needles right now, but I've been wanting to make the Rebel shawl, so F it, So, oh, and this is Poseidon, the kind of green minty color, and this one is Turkish Delight, and that is a beautiful kind of orchid purpley pink. So that'll be really cool in brioche, I think. Alright, and then this isn't really an acquisition, but I overdyed a skein of yarn from a Verb for Keeping Warm, and it was this really pretty, it was called Vermilion, but I wouldn't say that it actually was Vermilion. It was kind of like a mauve, I guess, which was really pretty, but I was making a shawl from it and I didn't like how it was knitting up, I guess. It was kind of just boring, I think. So I overdyed it in red and pink, and it's showing up super orange on my phone screen, so I don't know what's going on. It's really compensating for the sun setting. I'm still lit somehow from the window, and this is not as bright orange as it looks on my phone screen, but so the color came out once I got it to a boil in my pot, and it was left with kind of like an orange peach thing going on, and then there's red and pink. There we go. There's the pink up here and the red all in this section. So I think it'll look really fun once it's knit up because it has all these different colors in it now. And I don't know why or how the original color just bleached right out. Maybe it's because it's a natural dye. I don't really know. I had citric acid in my water because that's how you get the yarn to take up dye. and maybe that made it release whatever was already in there. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna still make a the Ara shawl by Andrea Mowry out of that. I unwound or frogged what I had and spun it back into a skein and then dyed it, and I'm pretty sure it's nice and dry. It's kind of tangly. I didn't do a really good job of tying it up, I guess. So we'll see how fun it is to wind it back into a ball. So I'll try that after the video and see what happens. The last thing is I got some more yarn from House of Alamode. She had some ready to ship yarn. I got 3 skeins of Glitter Storm, part of the Stardust collection. And I got a single base, which I'm really happy about. And with this, and I got, you know, they're all the same colorway. I don't know if you can really even tell. Everything just looks so weird on the screen right now. But anyway, House of Alamode, Glitter Storm. I'm going to make one of 2 things, either a Netherton cardigan or a featherweight cardigan. So the Netherton is from Pom Pom Quarterly, and I forgot who wrote the pattern, but I can put it on the screen. And then the featherweight cardi is by Hannah Fennig. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce her last name. I'm not 100% sure though. So really pretty, really excited that I got some singles base, because I really like working with singles a lot. And I think that's everything. The light is going away. So I wanted to get this out before the Thanksgiving frenzy. I noticed that there's kind of a dry spell on the YouTubes with the knitting videos and the people that I'm subscribed to, so I figure maybe I should put something out to fill the gap. Just in case anyone's bored on Thanksgiving and feels like watching knitting videos. I know I kind of get bored on the evening of Thanksgiving. Like, we don't come home kind of early because we have little kids and they gotta go to bed, you know, by a certain hour, or else it's not good. So we're, you know, sitting at home at 10 p.m. doing nothing, and there's nothing going on TV or YouTube or anything. You know, everything's on break. So, you know, maybe if I put this out there, someone will watch it and it'll help them not be bored on Thanksgiving night. Watch while you're knitting. Yay, hooray! So I think that's gonna be it. I hope that you have a great holiday if you are in the States and celebrate. Otherwise, happy Thursday. And I will see you guys hopefully sooner than a month. I'm gonna try to get back to normal, but we've had a busy household the last few weeks and it just hasn't been a chance to do it. So yeah, I think that's it. Have a happy, bye!